president has indicated his view that the decision that he made, I guess 7 years ago now, to add Joe Biden to the ticket as his running mate was the smartest decision that he had ever made in politics. So I think you could make the case that there is probably no one in American politics today who has a better understanding of exactly what is required to mount a successful national presidential campaign.
I'm sorry, that to me is an endorsement. John Zogby, pollster, Zogby Polls, CEO of Zogby Analytics, joins us. Hey, John.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
Good to talk to you again. All right, so, you know, I think last time we talked, you had some encouraging numbers for Joe Biden, and now it's a couple of weeks later, and we're hearing more and more about him jumping in, and that statement from the White House the other day. So what are you finding out about Joe Biden here?
Well, you know, first of all, on a personal level, he is certainly interested and ready to make a decision. Now it's the exploratory stuff. And I think, you know, he's got to wait and see a little bit what happens with Hillary. Does she get a renaissance of some sort? And then, you know, the task of raising the money, although I think that that's being resolved just as we speak. And so what's going on with him? I think he's going. Pretty sure, in fact, that he's going, barring anything unforeseen. And if he's going, it's not to make Hillary a better candidate.
Right.
It's going because he's ready to run and ready to win.
Right. And there was a poll out yesterday, the other day, which showed that 46% of the registered voters polled think that Hillary should suspend her campaign. You combine that with the 60% untrustworthy and dishonest. My God. I mean, how can anybody sustain all that?
Capital letters as you type an email. Hillary is in trouble. Period. Exclamation point. And the bottom line here is that she's handled this poorly. Whatever any investigation shows, she's handled it poorly. Hearings where she testifies do not take place for 2 more months. This is the noise coming from the Hillary campaign. She can talk about inequality of incomes, she can talk about foreign policy, she can talk about whatever, but the noise coming from the Hillary campaign is this. And that has gotten a lot of Democrats really unnerved. Now, this weekend, the DNC meets in Minneapolis, and there's a lot of buzz going on among activists, party leaders, about Joe Biden.
Yeah, no, I would imagine. And how does Bernie Sanders fit into all this?
You know, for those who remember, like me, unfortunately, for those who've read about 1968, Bernie is the Gene McCarthy. Yeah. Of this race. He does well among the progressive wing, the heart and soul, say, of the progressive wing of the party, and his endorsement is going to matter.
And let me ask you this real quick. We've heard reports about, well, they were true, Biden meeting with Elizabeth Warren. If Biden comes in and is able to say, and Elizabeth Warren has agreed to be my VP, is it over?
Is the nomination over?
Yeah.
I think yes, because that then is the rationale that that's a scenario, I should say, that the progressive wing of the party is looking for. She is the darling of the progressive wing. Now you've got a united party. And look, you're a conservative, and I know that, but Joe Biden has the gravitas and the experience to be president.
Except that he's plagiarized. He got kicked out of a presidential campaign. He said a lot of things that by media standards, their own liberal media standards, any Republican would be called a blatant racist for. So we'll see what happens. Hey, they can make Hillary Secretary of State. John, great to talk to you. Thank you very much. We're coming back with more, folks. Don't go away. Tonight, at 9 p.m. Eastern, my colleague Ed Berliner, host of The Hard Line on Newsmax TV, will be airing a portion of his interview with Texas Senator and Republican presidential candidate Ted Cruz, who in this following clip, I want you to watch this clip, he discusses something very important, the Hispanic vote, as it relates to the Republican Party. A lot of controversy about that, so sit back and get this preview.
I don't disagree that if you speak to the Democratic activists, they will tell you the Hispanic vote will stay Democrat. But these activists are Democrats first. They're not Hispanics. You know, John Adams famously said, facts are stubborn things. When I ran for Senate in Texas in 2012, I got 40% of the Hispanic vote in the state of Texas, at the exact same time that Mitt Romney was getting clobbered with 27% of the Hispanic vote nationwide. Now, what happens is many of these self-appointed activists, they're partisans. They're alums of the Obama campaign, of the Clinton campaign, and so their primary focus is partisan politics.